Greetings! With Comic-Con just around the corner, I figure this would be a good time to take a look at the 45 all-new, all-different titles that Marvel will be releasing in the aftermath of Secret Wars. Because hey, when doesn't Marvel take an opportunity to put out a new issue #1? So let's start with Invincible Iron Man. After 9 issues of being superior, Iron Man emerges from the Secret Wars back for a 5th volume under the Invincible adjective. I've long given up on trying to predict whether a Brian Michael Bendis book will be good or bad. After all, this is the guy who came up with the idea of bringing the original X-Men back through time, but made it work. All new, all different Avengers. All different is right, considering that 5 out of these 7 Avengers are legacy characters. All new is pretty accurate as well, considering that 3 of them are underage. Written by Mark Waid, it could be interesting to see how this particular cast interacts with each other. New Avengers and Ultimates. Meanwhile, instead of being all new, these Avengers are just regular new. It looks like the 4th volume of New Avengers will pick up where the 3rd one left off, with Sunspot leading a new team while reforming AIM. Personally, the only pull the book has for me is that at least somebody at Marvel remembered that the Young Avengers existed. Hulkling and Wiccan are oddly beefed up, but there they are. Al Ewing is also writing Ultimates, and all you really need to know about this book is that Galactus is on the team. Uncanny Avengers and Deadpool. Relaunching for the 2nd time since the book was created in 2012, it looks like the 3rd volume of Uncanny Avengers is dropping the whole X-Men and Avengers thing and just throwing anyone in there. Of course, since Gary Dugan is also writing the new Deadpool solo title, expect plenty of humor and maybe the occasional crossover. Uncanny Inhumans. Karnak. It looks like the Human Torch is playing double duty on 2 Uncanny teams. It also looks like Beast is going to join the ranks of the Inhumans. I wonder if this is a move by Marvel to separate Beast from the X-Men like they did Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. I know nothing of Karnak, but it's written by Warren Ellis, so expect something weird. A-Force. Currently, A-Force is a Secret Wars title set in an alternate reality where all of the Avengers are women, which technically makes it the most sexist Avengers book ever published. Anyway, once reality gets back to normal, it looks like the 616 counterparts of those Avengers will, for some reason, decide to form a girls' club of their own. But seriously, what the heck is Dazzler wearing? Squadron Supreme. Another team forming in the wake of the Secret Wars, this one actually sounds kind of interesting. Justice League knockoffs from different realities will be coming together to protect Earth. I'm not sure if they'll be protecting just the one Earth or if they'll be reality hopping, but either way, it could be neat. Doctor Strange, now with swinging battle axe action. Jason Aaron is an okay writer, but once again he's teamed up with artist Chris Bellaccio, whose drawing style is, let's just say it's too muddy for my taste. Captain Marvel. Starting her 3rd series since 2012, Carol Danvers will be penned by somebody other than Kelly Sue DeConnick for the first time since she changed her name. This new volume of Captain Marvel will be written by Tara Butters and Michelle Fazekas, best known for being the executive producers of the Agent Carter television show, among several other shows I liked, so this could be a good jumping on point. Sam Wilson, Captain America. After 6 issues of being the all-new Captain America, Sam Wilson's new book will apparently start with a split between Old Man Rogers and Captain Falcon. Do we have another Civil War on the horizon? Totally Awesome Hulk. One of the 2 titles that I'm super excited for in this new lineup, Totally Awesome Hulk sees the return of Greg Pak to the franchise. Pak is best known for his incredible Planet Hulk story, along with the hilarious and, well, totally awesome Incredible Hulk run. It's unknown who the new Hulk is, but Smart Money says that it's Amadeus Cho, the chaotic neutral boy genius who tagged along with both Hulk and Hercules during Pak's run. With the addition of art by Frank Cho, this book is pretty much a must-buy. The Mighty Thor. Still written by Jason Aaron and still drawn by Russell Dodderman, The Mighty Thor picks up where Thor Volume 4 left off. The only difference is that we now know that it's the cancer-ridden Jane Foster carrying around Thor's hammer, so consider those previous 8 issues just a long prelude. Angela, Queen of Hell. As if everything about Angela joining the Marvel Universe wasn't already a big insult to Todd McFarlane, now she's working in hell, and that's about all there is to say about it. Scarlet Witch and Vision. Hey look, solo books for characters recently featured in a movie. Considering that even successful books can't seem to hit double digits these days, I wouldn't expect these 2 to stick around for very long. Miss Marvel. Still written by G. Willow Wilson and drawn by Adrian Alfona, Camilla Khan's Miss Marvel is one of Marvel's coolest new characters, but even she can't withstand the relaunch machine. At least her first series hit double digits before starting over. Illuminati. No longer about Marvel's biggest heroes playing God, it looks like this new book has the Hood pulling the strings. Keep an eye on this one, it may be a sleeper success. All New Hawkeye. After a whole 5 issues of All New Hawkeye, the book will be relaunched with the same creative team, but one fewer Hawkeye. Kind of. While the primary Clint Barton is off avenging with her former Young Avengers teammates, Kate Bishop has found a new mentor in a reality-displaced old man Hawkeye. That or they're going to fight, giving us the literally new Hawkeye versus the very old Hawkeye. Astonishing Ant-Man. Another book relaunching after 5 issues, The Astonishing Ant-Man continues on with the same creative team and Scott Lang's morally ambiguous antics. Contest of Champions. From what I understand, this book is a tie-in to a mobile game. This is the world we live in now. Amazing Spider-Man. Dan Slott is starting his 3rd volume of Amazing Spider-Man with yet another big change to the status quo. This time around, it looks like Peter has become Tony Stark, with tech, women, and a successful company to run into the ground. However, since it doesn't look like this book is going to undo One More Day and remarry Peter and Mary Jane, there's really no reason to pay any attention to it. Carnage. I would not have expected an old-school writer like Gary Conway to take on a book about a 90s relic, but here we are. Hard to tell what this could be about, but it's worth keeping an eye on. Spider-Woman. It looks like Julia Carpenter isn't going to be the only Spider-Mom around. The new volume of Spider-Woman continues with the same writer and a bun in the oven for Jessica Drew. Spider-Man. If you thought Peter Parker felt like an outsider, Ultimate Spider-Man Miles Morales is joining a whole new reality. Brian Bendis has been hit or miss with Miles, so here's hoping the new setting will spark some new creative ideas to run with. Silk. Same creative team, same premise, Marvel just put a 1 where the 8 should be. Spider-Gwen. After a whole 5 issues, Spider-Gwen is getting relaunched with the new issue 1. The most interesting thing about this, though, is that it's confirmed that the book will continue to take place in Gwen's home universe, showing that it won't just be one universe that makes it through the Secret Wars. Web Warriors. Of course, if there is any doubt that the multiverse was going to be restored, Web Warriors puts an end to it. It looks like Spider-Gwen won't be spending all of her time back in her home reality. Instead, she'll be joining a team of other Spider people that'll apparently be having Exile-style adventures across the multiverse. This is the other new title that I'll be blind buying simply on the premise alone. Spider-Man 2099. If you were enjoying 2099 before, you'll probably continue to enjoy it now. Miguel O'Hara has a new costume, but he's still being written by Peter David, who is still, with the exception of a handful of issues, the only person to write a Spider-Man 2099 title since David created the character in 1992. Daredevil. Replacing Mark Waid, it looks like new writer Charles Soule will be bringing Daredevil back to New York and giving him Gambit as a sidekick. I'm not sure these two characters have ever been written together, but it could be interesting to see how these two play off each other. I wonder if Soule will remember that Gambit was blind for a while. Guardians of the Galaxy. The new Guardians of the Galaxy book raises plenty of questions. If Rocket Raccoon died in the first issue of Secret Wars, then who's that on the cover? Clone? Alternate reality Rocket? Or did he just get brought back from the dead? And then there's Star Lady, who's presumably Kitty Pryde, but why is she wearing her fiance's clothes, and where is Peter Quill? Well, he's over in his own title. It may feel like the first time, it may feel like the very first time, but we know that's a lie. Sam Humphries continues on the solo Star-Lord title, just minus the legendary adjective. Venom. Space Knight. Drax. Okay, really, how can the Guardians of the Galaxy be guarding anything when they're all off having their own adventures? You know, for being a guy from Queens, Flash Thompson has had a pretty interesting few years. Dude's come a long way from being Spider-Man's biggest fan. Meanwhile, with Wolverine still dead, it looks like Drax will be taking Logan's place as the badass guy with the solo title. He's the best in the galaxy at what he does. Nova. I'd like to think that's Richard Rider hanging out with the kid Nova, but considering the caption down there, that's probably not the case. Instead, it looks like the Alexander family is getting reunited and will continue going on space adventures. Howard the Duck. Yet another book relaunching after 5 issues, at least this title seems to be aware of Marvel's absurdity. Howling Commandos of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Dum Dum Dugan has a giant-sized man-thing on his team of monster S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. Meanwhile, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will continue to change the Marvel Universe to line up with the TV show in the most awkward ways possible. Extraordinary X-Men. All new X-Men. A new adjective for the X-Men, this team features Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Iceman, Magic, Old Man Logan, and a time-displaced Jean Grey, which makes an already creepy situation between her and Logan even creepier. I'd be more interested in this book if it weren't drawn by Humberto Ramos, though. Not that I don't enjoy his art on occasion, but he can be hard to take outside of small doses. And while Jean is hanging out with the X-Men, the rest of her time-displaced friends are going on a road trip. No longer written by Brian Bendis, new writer Dennis Hopeless will be taking Cyclops, Beast, Angel, Iceman, and X-23 on wacky adventures in a VW van. And actually, I've kind of always wanted a story like that. Uncanny X-Men. Meanwhile, it looks like the Uncanny X-Men are going bad. Led by Magneto, we have a team of Sabretooth, Psylocke, Mystique, and Phantom X. Considering that roster, I'm not sure who they'd actually fight other than themselves. And finally, Old Man Logan and all-new Wolverine. While Wolverine is surprisingly still dead, his legacy lives on. Both Old Man Logan and X-23 are getting their own solo series. And that's the all-new, all-different Marvel, looking kind of the same way it was before the Secret Wars. And if you don't like it, well then don't worry. Odds are good that in 6 months it'll all be relaunched again anyway. In other news, 2 new characters have been added to the Pokken tournament roster. Weevil is a risky choice considering its Dark Ice type gives it a 4x weakness to fighting moves. Less risky though is Charizard, whose flying subtype makes it the perfect Pokemon for putting fighting types like Lucario and Machamp in their place. It looks like Charizard will Mega Evolve into Charizard X as well, which greatly increases its physical attack, so of course it uses a special move. And if you can't wait for the Final Fantasy VII remake, take a look at this proof of concept video for a cool looking fan project. It may never be made, but the video's already up or worth a watch.
Whispers lie, our silver night, praying through the frame for a new life.
And for something that will definitely never be made, check out this video of Super Mario recreated in the Unreal Engine 4. From stylized to hyper-realistic, Mario is looking pretty darn good. But when it comes to awesome videos, it's hard to top the latest entry in Bat in the Sun's super-powered Beatdown series. This time around, it's a 2v2 fight featuring Deadpool and Domino against the Joker and Harley Quinn.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
And that's everything for this week, so which Marvel title caught your interest? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe, share this video with your friends, and have a great 2 weeks because I'm going to Comic-Con.